Is this loud enough in the back? Thumbs up back there? All right, excellent. Welcome to our kindergarten celebration. We're so glad you all are here. My name is Dondi Freisinger, and I'm the principal here at Walker Elementary School, the proud principal here at Walker Elementary. And as our students are making their way up onto the risers, I am in charge of the welcome. And every year, as a part of this, I share something that's called All I Ever Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. There's a lot of truth in this. So here we go. Most of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate mountain, but there in the sandbox at nursery school. These are the things I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Some of us are still working on that, right? Clean up your own mess. That one too. Don't take things that aren't yours. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Let me say that again. Flush. We are still working on that one too, I can tell you, as I check the urinals and bathrooms from time to time. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. How many of you agree with that? Amen. I hear you. Live a balanced life. Working on that one. Learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. Just take yourself there, folks, just for a minute. I think that 10-minute power nap would go far, wouldn't it? When you go out into the world, watch for traffic. Hold hands and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the plastic cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the plastic cup, they all die, and so do we. And then remember the book about Dick and Jane? All right, let's be honest. How many of you learned to read with Dick and Jane? Me too. And Spot. Had that. Sally. Absolutely. And the first word you learned, the biggest word of all, look. Everything you need to know is there somewhere. The golden rule and love and basic sanitation, ecology and politics and sane living. Think of what a better world it would be if we all, the whole world, had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon and then lay down with our blankets for a nap. Or if we had a basic policy in our nation to always put things back where we found them and cleaned up our own messes. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it is better to hold hands and stick together. There you go. You learn all those things in kindergarten, you will go far in life. And yes, indeed, we want to celebrate all that our little ones have learned in kindergarten. This morning we had our 5th grade celebration, and it was so neat that one of the questions I asked was, how many of you have been here with us since kindergarten? And I would probably say about 80% of those students have been with us for 6 years. And so we celebrate not only the academic growth, but the social growth and the emotional growth, all very important, and the relationships that we build. And you play a huge part in that. The relationships we build with moms and dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents along the way truly is what we need, partnership, holding hands and sticking together in order to educate our children. And so we thank you for the beginning of our partnership. If this is your first year with us, and some of you may have been here for years and years. I think I talked to someone the other day that they were on like their 12th consecutive year at being a Walker parent, just because the next kid kept coming along. And so they kept coming back. And so anyway, we value those relationships. We appreciate those relationships. And indeed, we will go far if we stick together. At this time, we are going to open the curtains. And there are going to be the shining stars of today. Now, I will just tell you that I know what's going to happen because I've done this several times. The curtain is going to open. You are going to wave, and they are going to wave. So let's just do it, folks. You have to let them know you're here, right? All right, you guys are doing a really nice job with your wave.
No camera.
All right, 5, 4, 3, last waves coming in. 2, 1. If everyone would please be seated, we'll get them ready to start singing for you. I think some of you have been rodeo queens or parade queens. You had quite that wave going on there. All right, boys and girls, if you'll put your hands down and prepare yourself to perform. If I can remind you, if you have a cell phone, please silence that. And if you have any little ones that get bored with our show, if you take them to the hallway, I know those around you will appreciate that respect. So thank you very much.
But you never know what you're going to get in kindergarten. You can see some of them have a big future in show business. Right now, they are getting lined up in this back hallway. They will be coming in just a moment. And Miss Banks' class will start first. The kids will come up and across the stage. We try to pause for just a moment there as Mrs. Shirley or myself present the certificate so you can get a picture. But we do have to keep moving because there's a lot of them, or we would be here all evening. And so that's how this process will work. So as they line up, I'll give you a little celebration music to keep us going, and we'll get started in just a moment. That's all the celebration music you get because they are fast. So here we go.
I have the microphone. What are you supposed to wait for? Over there? Until I do what? Thank you. The end of kindergarten, very much like the beginning of kindergarten, attention spans get really short. And they only listen to about this much. But they got the important part. Okay. Really fun group of kids. Enjoyed having them in my room this year. And I'm presenting Mrs. Banks' kindergarten classroom. I recognize them. I've had them all year. As long as they stayed in order, because that's the way I memorized them. Julissa Alfaro. That's not the way we practiced it. We shook her hand and handed the certificate at the same time. All right. Mrs. Frosinger is supposed to stand beside you. Thank you. Okay. This is what we do. Just like that. Isn't that what we practiced, Olivia? See. Olivia Bailey. Ashton Bryan. Veronica Garcia. Kai Holland. Angelina Janer. Renner Jester. Diego Juarez. Maddie Keffer. Sadie McLean. Kylie McClure. Kaya McCoy. Rancel Oriano. Taylor Ray. Bresia Reyna. Peyton Ryder. Nathaniel Stevens. Kiana Sanders. Caroline Thede. Wait for it. Wait for it. AJ Woods. And a firm handshake. We practiced that too. Thank you for sharing your wonderful children with me. Now, Mrs. Cloud's kindergarten class.
This is my class for 2013-2014. Jennifer Barone. We practiced. Taven Bledsaw. Mia Kaur. Ruby Dwangmala. Catherine Dunn. Carolina Gonzalez. Mackenzie Hayes. Presco Jajo. Yes, Presco's family brought me this dress today. And all the fixings to go with it. Lily James. Kylie Langgreen. Sierra McGar. We really tried to practice, but the cafeteria has been really busy the last couple of days, so we didn't get much time. Oh, no! It should be in there. Okay, we have a missing certificate. We will get one made. Isaac Melchi. Autumn Morrison. Andrew Olivares. Autumn. Eli Roast. He actually just moved and came back just for this. Elizabeth Samoyedny. Maddie Samudio. Gage Zabo. Zabo. Sorry, Zabo. I've been working on that all year. Oh no, where are all my certificates? The certificate fairy has come and gotten them. They'll get one for him too. Oh, wait, go back. Wait for me. Right there. Okay. Landon Taylor. William Whitehead. Giovanni Yepes Wheeler. Next is Mrs. McClure's class.
Nicholas Brady. Malachi Kate. Alex Chongum. Madeline Garcia. Xander Gonzalez. Tommy Horn. Sydney Johnson. Hazara Katzing. Emily Ledbetter. Jasmine Lesh. Carly Milks. Addison Miller. Montserrat Perez. Angelise Ramirez. Emmy Reisinger. Josie Teal. Javier Velasquez. And Sarah Winters. Miss Pennington's class is next.
Wow, what a year this has been. All right, Valerie Andreessen. Caroline Barnett. Trenton Brandstetter. Michelle Breslin. Adelaide Brown. Emily Butler. Austin Cordell. Kylie Dart. Addison Freitag. Gretchen Groves. Reese Harriman. TJ Henke. Hezekiah Honeycutt. Gabriel Macias. Kai McVeigh. Payne Mia. Luis Arantes. Ashley Ramirez. Oscar Robles. And Hernan Sanchez. Mr. Bing's class.
All righty, Marissa Cabrera. Caitlin Castleman. Marcus Cuenca. Lily Dickey. Giovanni Eck. Anju Shri Guadalupe. Emily Hale. Eli Harriman. Mackenzie Herrera. Amari Heron. Hayden Hull. Savannah Lacey. Okay. Kate Manus. Okay. Camden Olszewski. Addison Reed. Brody Rowland. Wyatt Severe. Adrian Torres. Joselle Valdez. Keandre Warwazak.
And that's 5 kindergarten classrooms. They will be in their classrooms. Yes, let's give them a hand. They will be in their classrooms if you want to check them out, or you can send them on the bus, or how they normally go home. Does not matter to us, but you'd check them out through the classroom. Just as long as they go home with the rightful owner. That's our purpose there. Let me just remind you of a couple things. Tomorrow is the last day of school. If you have not signed the permission slip for the bouncy house things, whatever we want to call those, your student cannot participate without that. So make sure you have. And the other thing, school pictures, if you have not returned the pictures or sent payment, we still have quite the list. You'll probably be getting a phone call tonight, but please take care of that if you would before we leave for the summer. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate all of you, and have a great, wonderful, restful, relaxing summer.